How's it going, guys? My name is
Good
Alex.
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good afternoon.
And in today's video I wanted to talk about scripting and kind of analyze it, explain it, what is going on in this game, how exactly it is frustrating you.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Considering most of you guys agree with the fact that scripting exists, here is the results of the poll. We master the controls, we know how to pass the ball, we know how to dribble, we know how to shoot, make fake shots, finesse dribbles, so on and so forth. And for some reason our players do this action. Instead of passing, they just stop responding. It may be lag input, it may be something that is called scripting. My players who have like 99 passing, for some reason their passes are under hit. The players who are expected to shield the ball and based on their stats are expected to keep possession of the ball, lose that possession of the ball. As we are facing an opponent from Netherlands, maybe a new account of a good opponent, he's playing pretty much 0 players from Netherlands. I haven't noticed any. Ronaldinho Gaucho, who is running across the field, and I'm trying to contain him there with Benchil. He's crossing it perfectly and scoring a goal with the Netherlands national team, where he is not getting a special boost, unlike my defenders who were just spectating that. And yeah, it's a fair goal. It can happen as well. You can call it scripting. I wouldn't be calling it scripting. It's a fair goal. Lamps passing it to Chill, and this is I don't understand. So please explain to me why Lampard on a blue arrow with exquisite passing abilities, through ball, weighted pass, lofted pass, low, I mean you name it, and then he's facing a player like this first touch. He has the control of the ball here. Yes, his first touch was a little bit loose because I decided to dash dribble it forward just to advance the ball on the pitch. But the player that he is about to pass, it is not a through ball, it is just a simple pass. I'm pressing pass over here. The ball is in his possession. De Jong is way too far from him to pressure him. And I see that he is about to pressure me. I can opt for a double touch here because I trained that on Lampard. But I decided, you know what, how about I pass it and be a little bit safer? Because double touch in there, you see how many players are up front for him, 3 players over here. I don't want to risk it. I can of course go for it, but let's play it safe. And instead, this is what Konami gives to me. Lampard is still in perfect position to perform that pass. He's facing, actually perfectly facing the player that he's about to pass the ball to. And instead, he performs this pass, where the ball is kind of going here. And why am I swiping to the left? Because I'm sure that ball is coming to Chilwell, and that's why I think I need to advance the ball. And instead, Ben Chilwell is kind of like stopping his run. And the ball was, obviously, the pass was misplaced in the first place. And Ben Chilwell is like, this is it. This is how, because I didn't expect the pass to be over here. This is a very, very bad pass. Like, even junior under 15, this is a very bad pass. I'm talking about real football, of course. In a situation where nobody is pretty much pressuring you. Like, yes, he was pressured, but it's not like he was in contact or like shielding the ball from De Jong. Another situation which I wouldn't really be calling scripting, but check this out. Frank Lampard with a fake shot awaiting the tackle or whatever it was from De Jong and running in a free slot. And I see that this is a great position for taking a shot because Lamps has knuckle shots, he has long range shooting. He can try it, he can pop one out. And I feel like it's definitely a little bit too adventurous. I'm probably asking too much from Lampard, but sometimes at least he has to hit the target. And you can see the power of the shot was just right for this distance. The direction, I don't even see the goal because of my aspect ratio. If I was playing on mobile, I was probably be able to see the goal because of that 16:9. I see that the direction is straight on goal. De Jong isn't really pressuring Lampard. There is no contact at all. I mean, and he is free, he is taking a shot, atrocious shot. At least hit the target, that's all I'm asking. That is the type of shot that any silver ball would be performing. Again, as we are having an opportunity with Hurricane, on his weaker foot, okay, I'll take it. Weaker foot, it can be hit in the post. Hurricane winning that header, Marcus Rashford passing it. And Hurricane smashing it and goalkeeper saves. Donnarumma on... he's a great goalkeeper regardless of the arrow, and I guess he gets 99 in every stat despite of his condition. It's another game, Belgium, where he has only 1 player from Belgium, and that is actually 2, Romelu Lukaku and Witsel. So other players should be on a yellow arrow. Let's see if that is actually influencing anything in this game. Let's see what's going on here. Surrounded with Neymar, being tackled. I mean, that is interesting also. So, Declan Rice has physicality in like 95 or something, is facing Neymar. As good as Neymar can be, his physicality, he's weak. He's really weak. So what happens after Declan Rice is bumping into Neymar? both players fall. How is that? How is it? It doesn't really make sense. Okay, anything can happen, right? So it's probably not scripting. Then what I'm forced to do, of course, is just like ensure that I'm... Yeah, that's how I play. Maybe I'm playing incorrectly, but that's how I learned to play. So as you can see, Davis is over here and Wan-Bissaka. I know that I can, of course, try to manually control Wan-Bissaka and close out Davis, but then I know that the run of Lukaku is happening over here. And when the run is happening, this Maguire for sure will not be tracking him. So what I need to do, I need to switch. I need to force Maguire into that position and Wan-Bissaka. And this is like very, very scary defender, and it is lagging as well. Nick Pope, great work there from Nick Pope. So I was actually trying to, obviously, check this out. Backs, this is the moment. He's not dash dribbling, okay? He's not dash dribbling. Check this out. He takes the ball under control. Moment I am switching the direction. What the Backs is doing, he's just actually dash dribbling in front. I mean, it can happen. But I felt like if Bax is so good, and this is also what I don't like. Of course, that was my fault from Lamps over here. I was trying to be a little bit audacious, adventurous. I was thinking that I can run away. What is this? What is this? What are these lines of passing? What are these lines of passing? I mean, why, Konami? I want to switch a player. I don't have possession of the ball with Lamps. This is a common problem, actually. The game still thinks that somehow I have the possession of the ball, that the ball is uncontested over here. And then one passing line? Why? How exactly am I supposed to pass from here? I was already dispossessed, just allow me to switch a player. Another passing line, because this time I know that I'm in trouble. So why is this a lofted pass? Because I'm double pressuring. I'm trying to call a second defender. When the ball is uncontested like that, like Xabi Alonso is pretty much about to take control of the ball, but he still hadn't. This is what happens. The first line of the pass is, of course, not the pass. I don't want to pass now. I know that I lost the possession of the ball. I want to switch. Instead, it gives me a line of the pass. I want to switch to a different player, either Wan-Bissaka or Maguire, who are standing behind the ball and can clearly at least pressure Xabi Alonso, challenge him for the ball here. Instead, it offers me a low pass where I completely have no possession of the ball whatsoever and I am not even close to the ball. It offered me a low pass twice. I mean, come on, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. And of course, at this point, why am I doing a low pass? I'm not doing a low pass. I'm not stupid. I'm trying to double pressure with the already switched defender to Maguire. So my idea was I'm taking possession of Maguire or Wan-Bissaka for that matter, and I'm either pressuring or running into Xabi Alonso, or I'm backtracking to ensure that the run is stopped. And what it happens, it gives me one pass, second pass, third pass. Actually, this is the fourth pass, I believe, because there was another lob pass. So, like, 4 passes. I was like, yes, 5th pass. Come on, guys. And fortunately, this didn't end in any kind of goal-scoring situation. But this is a common problem. I'm not sure if that can be called scripting. That is absolutely a shambolic type of controlling system on Konami's part. This is on the ball, passing it to Declan Rice. Declan Rice, who is taking ages instead of performing that pass. Okay, Hurricane is dispossessing. Like, this is where, like, I'm pausing here. Am I scoring a goal? He dispossessed the defender, caught him off guard. Maybe that was scripting that played against my opponent. He was trying to perform a pass. It wasn't responsive. I don't know. This shot, is it going in or not? I could have tried a shot with him half turned towards the goal. I was like, do we really try this audacious shot like that? Because sometimes Van Basten, those type of elite strikers, they can score from this type of situation. When they're not even facing the goal, they're like half turned towards the goal, and they're scoring still. And I was thinking, no, I'm taking my additional touch to ensure that Hurricane is facing the goal now. Okay, and I know that I'll be in trouble because he will be pressuring me with the defender. What Hurricane is doing? He's taking that additional touch, of course, and taking the weaker foot shot. Of course, he's been pressured by Sergio Ramos. That goal is open over here. Hurricane, who is on blue arrow, one more time, like 99 finishing, should be over 99 if that is obviously counting. He should be scoring that, I think. He should be scoring that because that's Hurricane. He's playing against Sergio Ramos, who is on a yellow arrow. Neymar winning Again, a 50-50 challenge. Check this out. David Beckham. Who has better physicality? David Beckham or Neymar? Neymar on yellow arrow or David Beckham on blue arrow? Who is winning that header? If that is actually a 50-50 chance, Beckham should be winning that. But instead it just goes contested over here. It's good that I have a Declan Rice, who is not even reaching the ball first. So again, Declan Rice on blue arrow. De Bruyne actually is playing for Belgium, so it is all good, I'll take it. Again, 50-50 chances when they are being won by players who are on a yellow arrow. It is quite suspicious to me, so that's why I'm explaining and sharing that to you. Now, this situation is actually really frustrating to see. I know that Marcus Rashford doesn't feature one-touch passing, but check this out. Not under pressure of anyone. He is not really turned away from the player that he's about to pass the ball. It shouldn't be a difficult pass. I know that he's weaker foot, but why is he flopping over here? Is there any pressure from Joao Cancelo? Joao Cancelo, who is on a yellow arrow by the way as well. Marcus Rashford flopping here for no reason at all. And executing, I mean, I would understand under hit pass. He is unable to perform a proper pass. So no one-touch passing for Marcus Rashford, I perfectly acknowledge that. But that was like really bad. And I again lose possession of the ball in a situation where I wouldn't be expecting that to happen, right? Because I want to ensure that I'm not getting in contact with other players as much as possible. Again, atrocious pass from Marcus Rashford there on a blue arrow. Like, not a difficult pass. I know he doesn't have one-touch passing, but you don't really need to have one-touch passing to perform that short pass. It's like, it wasn't even a through ball. It was just a short pass. It wasn't a through ball. And instead it performed, like, you see, Declan Rice, he doesn't have one-touch passing. His first time pass was perfect. Marcus Rashford is not under pressure from Xabi Alonso on yellow arrow. Marcus Rashford on the blue arrow. And I know that Marcus Rashford is making a run, so like, okay, I'll press a through ball because it's easier now. Mason Greenwood not reaching the ball at all. Check this out. He's been surrounded, double pressure in from Declan Rice. Mason Greenwood. Manually switched Mason Greenwood. Trying to dispossess him. Okay, if you were to bet money in this position, who would be ending up with the ball? 3 England players over here surrounding Axel Witsel, who lost possession of the ball and the ball is already behind him. No, you wouldn't win anything, you would lose your money if you were to bet on England. Because for some reason, my 3 players are now behind the ball is in front of Axel Witsel, who is running away with that. Like, this is, I feel like that is, like, this randomness factor, RNG factor in this game is a little bit way too much. Like, this deflection, how exactly, what kind of physics applied? When I intercepted that ball, what kind of physics applied to that ball so that it ended up being in front of him? And that's a little bit worrying. My players, like, check this out. You'll love to see it, like, pretty much everyone is on a blue arrow. Alright, so we have possession of 0 and passing it to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Gullit is on the ball, turning around. And check this out, Gullit has blue arrow, right? Van Basten has blue arrow. What I'm expecting to happen here is a perfectly timed run from Van Basten. Van Basten is actually showing with his hand that he's about to make a run. I was like, really? Really you want to run there? And this is the moment where I pass a through ball. Like, I want to perform that. I notice his hand. I notice it. I see it. Yeah, of course, man. What is the problem with that? And I know that Van Dijk is about to play, like, offside trap. Players are still playing offside trap if you have that off. And you see the motion of Van Dijk. He's not even moving towards Van Basten. He's moving towards the center of the pitch so that he can create that offside trap. And I see that this is the moment where I'm pressing the through ball. Because it would be perfect opening for Van Basten to run inside into the open space. And instead, yes, he's taken additional touch, but Van Basten has already stopped his run. Like, what is the point? By this time, Van Basten would be probably on the same line as Van Dijk, but as you can see, Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right, he is actually keeping Van Basten still onside, even if they were, like, contesting for that ball there. Van Basten stopped his run. He just decided, I won't be running there. On a blue arrow, like, I believe this is an iconic moment Van Basten or legendary Van Basten, doesn't matter, they're about the same pretty much stats. He stopped his run. And at this point, of course, I pressed through ball button. You can't cancel a pass, and that's why the pass is very bad. And actually, on its own, it's very bad. But of course, it is easily being dispossessed there. My opponent's passes are going through, like you can see. Like this is like this type of passes should not be going through. Like my players are perfectly positioned to intercept that pass. Like just AlexND, Ruud Gullit, every single pass is going through them, like knife through butter. And Konami is not giving me that benefit of a doubt where I can intercept those passes, but my opponent can in certain games, I guess. Zinchenko passing to AlexND. And this is the moment where Van Basten, who has a first-time shot, should be burning this one. Okay? Instead, he's taken additional touch. And yes, I did. Yes, I pressed shoot. This is the moment where I press shoot. As you can see, this is gray. This is the moment where I pressed shoot. Van Basten, first time shoot. I mean, there is no other option to play it differently. I can, of course, play fake shot, play something fancy, but because the score is 0-0, I want to ensure that I'm scoring a solid goal. It is a good pass from AlexND. Passing is not his forte, but look what Van Basten is doing. He's switching to his stronger foot, and of course he's being tackled by the time when he's about to take a shot. So first time shot wasn't really active. Can't you really take first time shot with your weaker foot? I believe like 4-star weak foot usage or whatnot, and 4-star weak foot as well. AlexND not able to execute the pass and perfectly intercepted again. Everything goes my opponent's way. His loose passes are going are reaching the target. My passes, which I actually try to calculate, either are not reaching the target or his passes are already too late to be performed. What is exactly happening there? Like, how is Gullit losing that? Who is the Arrascaeta? Who is this Don? Why is he winning header? Gullit is jumping. Like, check this out. Gullit is already leaping. He's already winning. And how exactly the ball ends up with his player? Like, please explain it again to me. This is even worse when Neymar winning header against Beckham. And I'm passing it. I'm not clearing it. I'm not... I don't know. The line of passes over here. Gullit is winning the header, clear. He is on a blue arrow. He has great heading abilities, great defensive abilities, great jumping abilities, great passing abilities. And the ball still, somehow, ends up in a completely different direction and with his player. And he's just taken the benefit of... Oh, wow. And, I mean, do I really need to comment on this one? Like, I know that my defense is breached already. And what I do? Just rush with check. I mean, at this point, whatever. At this point, whatever. Czech is making a sliding tackle. Perfectly timed sliding tackle. The ball is still deflecting in a very awkward position where Maldini pretty much can leap, maybe? No, he's just spectating. Check this out. Look at his face. He's watching that. And Mbappe is just scoring that goal. Pass didn't go through. That's unfortunate. We need to still keep our composure. Maldini running with Cristiano Ronaldo there. I mean, am I in trouble? Yes, I am in trouble. Because is it a better chance than the Mbappe one? Is this a better goal scoring chance? First time shot is all I ask. Did Mbappe had this advantage over Van Dijk before taking the shot? No, he didn't. My Van Basten decided to take that. I mean, come on. This is not even. And already 2 goals behind because of 2 very suspicious situations where I was about to win. Okay, AlexND passing to Marcus Rashford, and maybe Marcus Rashford been bullied by probably Marcus Rashford not able to finish on weak foot. Okay, it can happen. It's not like it's the end of the day. Next day I was playing different opponents again. Some higher rated than me, some lower rated than me. It wasn't that obvious. So then of course, why is that happening? Does it discredit you if you beaten like 1500 or 1600 opponent or not? But of course, when this situation happen in a game where this is so obvious, so clear, you're becoming curious. What exactly is going on there? Maybe I should start opening packs. Maybe I should start getting these new iconic moment cards. Maybe my defenders are not as good as I thought they are. Maybe I need a better iconic moment card. And this is how every single type of a player, be it a new player, a player who has been a seasoned veteran, they can't be sure that they're winning every single game. They can't be sure that they're winning 10 games in a row. They can be losing the game, and then they start doubting their decisions, starting doubting their squads, starting doubting their skill, and then eventually spending more time in the game coins on new players. Because that is the model how the game works, and that is what I think why this scripting exists, why this RNG, like randomness factor, where your player has definitely better stats, has definitely better condition prior to the game, perfect chemistry, he is losing like 50-50 battle, and it happens 3 times out of 3 in a single game, and then it doesn't happen next day, so that you can start experiencing your players better again. It is not scripting, it is I am being completely unskilled. Let him know about that in the comments as well. I want you guys to reply to each other and to have a conversation. I'll let this video to be a conversation. Share it with your friends if you think that it's worth it. Drop a like on this video and subscribe to this channel. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be experimenting more with my team, doing more videos like that, like taking a look at these situations in detail and sharing it with you guys. That's it for me, and I'll see you next one.